well, or so I thought, until I decided to have the talk. We know what, we women know what that means. So you sit down and you say, or I said, so where do you think this relationship is going? He said, well, it's going great. We're having fun. I said, well, do you think there's any future with us? And he said, well, probably. I said, well, when do you think you'd know? And he said, well, I don't know. So I said to him, okay, good conversation.
Good talk.
Yeah, that's a great talk. So I thought about, I could sit around and wait for this guy for, I don't know, how long or maybe. So instead, I decided to go talk to an Air Force recruiter. So I talked to this recruiter about, what I wanted to do, which was to see the world. And he thought that could be a good match because at that time I had a master's degree in nursing. So he loved that I turned up on his doorstep. So we kind of talked it through and figured out, what the next steps were to me joining the Air Force as a nurse and seeing the world. So, I had kind of a bit of a plan. And so, Reed and I had a couple of dates. Of course, we were still seeing one another. So after I talked with the recruiter,
There was no texting then.
no texting. And so, at our next date, I said, so, just thought I'd let you know, or have you given any more thought to this future situation? He said, no, not so much. I said, well, here's the deal. I've talked to an Air Force recruiter, and I'm thinking if there's no really future for us, I'm going to join the Air Force. And he said, huh? And I said, and I'm going to be, my signing in day is next week on Tuesday.
What?
And he said, what? And I said, well, if you you've got top priority here.
If we get this on
I talked to you first, so you know how that goes. And I said, so what do you think? He said, well, I could maybe decide, but not by Tuesday. I'm serious. So I go, and I said, okay, good to know. So I go and I get sworn in, blah, blah. And, we talked that night. He said, did you get sworn in? I said, well, yeah, it's Tuesday. I can't believe you did that. Really, give you a break. So anyway, things go on another couple of weeks, a couple of months, until, but then my real date to go to basic training is that I had to wait for a certain class for like 3 months. And so, we continued to date and enjoy one another's company until he finally said, I think I've decided now. And he said, so if you wanna get married, okay. Romantic. I mean, now they, put the whole thing out on YouTube or whatever, and streamer and this guy. Oh my God. So, sure enough, I talked to my recruiter and kind of, turns out, I don't know if anybody wants to know this or needs to know this, that you can still resign from your commission. I was commissioned as a second lieutenant.
40 years ago.
Yeah. Okay, so I know it was before all of this world happened, and so he said, well, if you want to resign or stop your commission before your active duty date, you can still do that. That's legal. But if you wanted to resign after your active duty date and you start basic camp, no, you can't just resign from the military just because you get a better offer. Turns out I got a better offer for 38 years.